Two figures huddled together inside a small hut made of animal skins and wood. A male Homo habilis and a female companion, primitive humans at the dawn of consciousness, sit close to a fading fire. The night outside is furious. A powerful storm rages across the African savanna. The two are afraid, trembling, uncertain, and deeply aware of how fragile their shelter is against nature's fury. All night, the storm roars without mercy. When dawn finally breaks, the world outside has changed. The air is heavy, damp, and strangely quiet. The storm has passed, but their hut is destroyed. The wooden frame lies shattered, the animal skins ripped and scattered by the wind. They begin to gather what little they can save: stone tools, a few bones, scraps of hide. Their faces show no words, only instinct. Without hesitation, they turn and begin to walk, seeking a new place to call home. As they move through the open plains, they spot something glimmering on the horizon. A tree, tall and thick, standing near a patch of long grass. Buzzing sounds reach their ears, the unmistakable hum of bees. They approach slowly. Hanging from a high branch is a honeycomb, golden and alive with activity. And for a brief moment, they taste the sweetness of life itself. The female smiles faintly. The male lets out a small grunt of satisfaction. But then the air changes. The hum of bees grows louder and louder. They look up to see a swarm of angry bees pouring out of the hive, dark and fast like a living cloud. Panic hits instantly. The two drop the honey and run, their bare feet pounding the wet earth, arms flailing to protect their faces. Behind them, the furious swarm follows, buzzing, stinging, relentless. They sprint through tall grass, leaping over stones and roots until they see it. A river, glimmering ahead in the sunlight. Without a thought, they jump into the water, splashing beneath the surface. The cold shock hits them, but it's safety. The bees scatter, losing interest as the two swim desperately to the opposite shore. Breathing hard, drenched and trembling, they crawl onto the muddy bank. For a moment, they simply rest, alive, relieved, and laughing softly in disbelief. Then the male notices something nearby. A large nest, built low to the ground. Inside are two big eggs, white and glistening in the morning light. He gestures to the female, curiosity in his eyes. Together, they carefully lift the eggs from the nest, but before they can move away, the ground seems to tremble with a deep, heavy sound. The slow, dragging thud of something large moving through the water behind them. They turn. From the river emerges a massive crocodile, its eyes gleaming, its jaws opening wide in a silent snarl. The realization is instant. The eggs belong to it. The male grabs the female's hand and they run. The crocodile lunges forward, snapping at the ground, splashing through the shallows. Mud flies, water churns. A deadly chase begins. The two early humans race across the savanna, clutching the eggs tightly, the crocodile thundering behind them. But slowly the distance grows. The beast begins to slow, panting and heavy. By the time the pair reaches a rocky hillside, the monster has fallen behind, its roars fading into the distance. Exhausted, they find a small cave tucked into the rock. Inside, it's cool and quiet, the air damp with ancient stillness. Here, they finally stop. The female begins shaping wet clay, forming it into a pot with careful, deliberate hands. The sunlight filtering faintly through a hole above. The male gathers wood and dry grass, striking stones together until a spark catches. Fire, the miracle of their world. The cave fills with soft orange light. When the clay pot hardens in the fire, he cracks one of the eggs and pours it inside, mixing it with water. Soon steam rises, the first traces of primitive cooking. share the egg soup, simple and warm, sitting together in silence. The flicker of the fire reflects in their eyes, two beings slowly becoming something more than survival. As night deepens, they talk in gestures, planning, imagining. They decide to return one day, to reclaim the land near the river from the creature that drove them away. The male sharpens stones, shaping them into primitive spears. The female ties them to wooden shafts using animal sinew. Together, they prepare for their next challenge. Their steps are confident now, stronger, more deliberate. Across the plains, they spot a herd of deer grazing under the sun. Crouching low, they move carefully through the tall grass. Then, with perfect timing, they strike. The hunt is swift, the kill clean. They gather meat, wrapping it in hide and setting off once more, back toward the river. The water glistens in the afternoon light, calm and silent. They find a tree this time. They are prepared. The female braids grass into a rope, while the male ties pieces of meat to it. He fastens the rope to a branch high above the riverbank, a trap designed for the crocodile. Then they step back and wait. For hours, the savannah is still. Then a faint ripple moves across the water. The crocodile returns, drawn by the scent of meat. It lurches forward, clamping its jaws around the bait. And in that instant, the trap tightens. The beast thrashes violently, but the rope holds. The two hunters rush forward, attacking with their spears. The struggle is fierce and primal, but this time they do not run. At last, the great reptile lies still. They work in silence, cutting away its tough hide, using it as protection. By dusk, they have built a new shelter by the river, reinforced with crocodile skin. Strong, water-resistant, and enduring. Inside, a small fire burns once more. They sit together, warm and proud, knowing they have conquered what once hunted them. That night, the savannah is peaceful. The moon reflects on the calm river. The male and female sleep side by side, safe within their new home. Morning comes, the sun rising golden and bright, birds calling across the plains. The two step outside, blinking at the beauty of the new day. They smile faintly, unaware that their journey has only just begun. Because in the distance, near the far curve of the river, the ground trembles once more. A shadow moves across the grass, and large, heavy, unnatural. The air grows colder. The animals fall silent. At the edge of the savannah, a shape emerges from the mist. A gigantic, undead grizzly bear, its body half decayed, bones glinting in the sunlight. It stands still for a moment, then begins to walk toward the river, slow and unstoppable. Its single, glowing red eye scans the land ahead, following the faint human scent carried by the wind. The two early humans, resting peacefully by their fire, have no idea what's coming. The predator of the dead world has found their trail. A reminder that in this early world, survival is never certain and even victory can awaken something far worse.